Hello, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It is August. I hope this new month brings lots of crafty fun and happiness to you. I am here with an embellishment video, and because it is now August and I have been champing at the bit, I'm letting myself do some autumnal crafts. Now, I've got a severe case of the blethers this morning. This is about the 25th start to this video because I've just blethered on about nonsense. So I'm going to try and not do too much of that. For those of you that aren't Scottish, blether is a very Scottish word. You can blether or you can be a blether, and I am both. I am a blether and I do blether. It's like chatter. Anyway, there I go, blethering. So, it's autumn in my craft room. It might not be autumn out there yet, but it is just pouring rain and not looking very nice. So I have made some little packs of autumnal embellishments. These are in the shop and you will find them in the link below, because quite often when I share embellishments and they're all packaged up, I am rubbish at getting them in the shop and at sharing the link. So, because people quite often ask. So this is what you're getting in the little bundle. Let me show you them up close. So the first one is this little mug. I think I've done this little mug in all sorts of different versions. So this is the wee autumnal one, and I'm going to show you in a minute how I put these together. So it's got some little sprinkles on there. It's got a little pumpkin and a heart. It's a hot chocolate, isn't it? I've yet to have a hot chocolate this season, but I tell you, if it keeps being weather like this, today might be the day. So you get one of those. Then I made these little frames. I got these frames in a Temu haul, which I'll link below. I did that a couple of weeks ago, and having said that's it, I'm not ordering anymore. Then I needed some wax melts, and I thought like for wax seals, not like the smelly ones, and I thought, oh, I wonder, they're probably quite a good price on Temu, so I have ordered. So I've got these little leaves, which I think were also a Temu haul. This, thanks, is a Crafter's Companion die set. I had it last year. Some papers that I got on Etsy in the background, and some like gold glittery Nouveau drops. And then the teeny weeny one is another frame from that die set. This one is not like wood textured. A little bit of scrap paper behind it, a couple of the same Nouveau drops. What is that cat doing? Stop eating things in my craft room. Sorry, Angus. And these little mushrooms were from a Sizzix die set that I got last year with a squirrel and some leaves and some acorns. And I love it. I'm going to use it a lot, I think. I did make some things last year, and I'm sure I'll make more this year. And I used some, I think it's called silk or satin mirror card. I bought some on eBay recently and I am obsessed. And the base for this is a adorable, scoreable, is that what it's called? Hunky Dory. It's a kind of mushroomy grey colour. So there's some of those. I'll show you. This, do you see, it's like it's not glossy. I've used this one too. It's a sort of coppery, what have I got the other one there? A nice rose goldy one. That's probably making the camera go completely crazy. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to turn you down. If you don't want to see how I make them, that's fine. Excuse the cat toy in the background. You know me, there's cats making, whether they make a physical appearance or just some a noise in the background. There's a bit of a racket, it'll be a cat. So I'm going to pop you so you're facing down on my desk and I'm show you how I put these together, because some people seem to like that. So I'll pause you and I'll be back in a second. Okie dokie, so I've got a little pile of bits here, and I think I'll do the mug first. What else do I need? I need some inky. So let's get the mug pieces out. So I cut the mug out of a bit of scrap craft card and also some pattern paper. This came from an Etsy download collection. I will link the link for that in the description as well. Then I've cut the little whipped cream out of cream cardstock. The heart is that rose gold kind of mirror, satin mirror, and then the pumpkin is cut out of a bit of adorable scoreable too. So let me glue my patterned paper onto the craft card just to make it a wee bit more sturdy. Whoops. Okay, and then I'm going to ink up a little bit, and I'm doing it after I've stuck it on because then I just catch any little bits of the craft card that are visible too, and that kind of, I'm just going to go around this top bit. I like the effect that gives and try and get in that little bit there. So that does that. Now the other little bit of inking I'm going to do is on this cream, and this is, I'm not adding any more ink. I'm just trying to catch these little edges. So it is like so, and if you get any other bits, and it sort of just looks like there's cocoa dusted on it or something. Now this is in that same die set, and it's like a little bit to add sort of your hot chocolate or whatever at the top, and I'm just going to pop that on sort of a wee bit lower than you might think, because there is a kind of guide mark, but I want it to be visible and still put the cream on top. So I'm kind of popping that up a wee bit. But you know, you do it however you like it. And then pop this little heart on. Whoops. And then this little pumpkin. So that's all the bits together. Now, for my little sprinkles for this, I'm using this Nuvo Crystal Drops in Antique Rose. And I'm being very light-handed. Is that the opposite of heavy-handed? So I'm just adding a few little bits here and there. So there you go. Oh, that's the wrong lid. So there we are. So that is the little hot cocoa mug. Now the big frame, you see it's got like a nice wood grain effect on it, and obviously I'm going to go in with a bit of inking round. So this is the same ink I've used for everything. Walnut Stain Distress Oxide. I think it must be my new favourite. Do you go through bits where you're like, a wee bit obsessed with an ink. The only thing when I do this, I always end up getting my nails, my hands, and then it looks a little bit like I've got quite the smoking habit. Now, what I'm doing here is, can you see it's got a bit of a sort of 3D effect? So I've just taken some foam pads and I am trimming into them. Now, anybody who's used the foam pads will realise they don't stick forever, so I am just going around the outside like that with some wet glue. I'm using the Tonics Craft Tacky Glue. And then I'm cutting each of these sticky pads into 3, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on and then I'm going to let it dry, because if you try trying to peel it off straight away, they move about too much. You want the wet glue to have a chance to set. That is my experience anyway. Now, I've done that wrong, but anyway, what I like to do on the bigger one is add in a wee bit of these. So I've just plonked a little one there and a little one there. I don't think you need it all the way around. So I'm going to set this one aside to dry, and you'll tell it's dry when that white glue is no longer visible, like this one I did earlier, like the good Blue Peter watcher that I am. So you can see probably that the glue is there, but it's not tacky, it's totally dried, and that just means that I can peel these off easy without them sliding about. I learnt that one the hard way. So I've got that, and then I have pre-cut these little sheets. This is from that Etsy printable, and I'm just going to, before I forget, put a little bit of wet glue on there too. So that just means that these sticky pads should stick for a little while longer. I'm going to stick that, whoops, on there. Now, that's that. Now I think what I need to do for this is put a little bit of craft card on the back, because I've got some of these sticky pads kind of sticking out. So I'll just stick that on so it's sandwiched all in, and if anything's sticking out I can just trim it. So that's the little frame put together. Now what I need now is my little thanks, and I've cut that in the dark brown Sedura Pearl and also in this copper metallic. And I'm going to put the copper one on the top because it's quite a dark background, but I think having the little bit of the drop shadow with the dark behind it just makes it pop a little bit more. It gives it a wee bit of dimension and it makes it a wee bit fancier. So that's stuck on there. Now depending on the cardstock you've got as your back layer, you might need to put a bit more pressure and let it set a wee bit, but the Centura Pearl at the back is pretty good. Whoops. So stick that on there. And then I've got some little leaves, so this leaf is going on there. That's cut out of Adorable Scorable. And then some little leafy bits here. I'm gonna put that one there, that one there. And then I'm using this Nouveau glitter drop in Golden Sunset. It's a really nice warm glittery gold, or gold glitter. Whoops. So put that one aside to let it all dry, but that is that one. So then the little mini one is very similar effect. So I've got my little frame. I'm going to go in first of all with this ink. Don't forget the insides. And then I did exactly the same thing with the wet glue around it and the little pieces of the foam sticky pads. And this one I've done it to already. So you can see this one's got the wet glue that's dried and the sticky pads on. And you don't need so many because it's a smaller frame. So take these out and then I'll show you the little mushrooms afterwards. Should have shown you them first, but hey ho. Okay, so once I've taken off the bit so the sticky bit's revealed, just add a wee bit of glue to help that sticky bit last longer. I mean, I guess you could just use like some thick cardboard out of packaging or whatever, whatever you fancy really. So I'm going to stick that on and then I am going to glue a little back on too. Just to sandwich it in. Like so. And I've already put those little ones on there. So then again, it's the same Golden Sunset. And a big one and a little one. Like so. So the mushrooms I did on, these are two that I've put together. It's a bit of a very pale grey Adorable Scorable. Here's the one that I've cut out. Whoops. Oh, throwing everything about the place. And then I've got this red, gorgeous, I think it was called Satin. Now, the Adorable Scorable is one of those cardstocks which is awfully slippy. So I'm going to line it up and just hold it for a bit until it's got a wee... Once it's stuck, but my experience is if you don't kind of hold it down until it's got a grip, then it's going to start lifting off, and that's annoying. But the cardstock that you have might not need that. It's just the coating, I think. I think the same as if the base you're using is a glittery card. Then it's the same. So yeah, so those are the ones. And what I did to stick them on, I'll show you. So I do the big tall one first. I've just got a little bit at the bottom and the very top, and I'm going to stick it on like so. then this little one is going to touch the tall one there. It's going to touch the bottom, and it's going to touch the side frame. So it's just 3 wee bits of glue. And there it goes. So that's how I stuck it on. I guess you could have put a bit of acetate and made it into a wee shaker. That would be cute. But yeah, that is what I have done. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching those. And as I say, you'll find the link for the little packaged up ones that are probably getting that light. Yep. The link for these is in my description for this video. So thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed seeing my embellishments, then there's a whole playlist on my channel, so I'll link that in the description box as well. But also you can click on the Embellish With Us Wednesday hashtag and you will find lots and lots of videos from lots of lovely crafters who have used that hashtag and shown embellishments that they've been making. So if there's no shortage of inspiration at all. Yeah, and if you've enjoyed this video, why not hit like, leave me a lovely comment, and if you're not a subscriber, then you can click the subscribe button below, and then my videos should pop up for you. So is that everything I need to say? I think so. I will see you very soon. I've got more videos in the planning. So keep your eyes peeled, and thank you so much for watching. Bye now.